I like trashy whores as much as the next guy. In fact, I sold my house, my family, and my soul to pay for my whore habit. But there's only so much a man can take of Prince Old Squeeze Vanity. That's why I got Vanity off.
Oh my god, I'm like so wasted.
Arg, it's Vanity, she's back.
Well, I never actually left. But should I take off my top and give all of your friends a tug job?
Where did I put my Vanity off?
Do you have any nose candy?
Ah, here it is.
I think I'm gonna puke.
Vanity Off is the great new product from Stinker Incorporated that cleans up that messy Trent problem with ease. Contents include pepper spray. Vanity Off. That melting flesh feeling means it's working.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
It's time for more Stinker Madness. We're back again, dialing up a 0.5 episode in preparation for Never Too Young to Die, a movie I have never heard of.
Yeah, me either. I'm at a total loss for this one.
So,
Well, the one thing to keep in mind is that you're never too young to die.
well, it's got Vanity in it, so that's two in a row of the Vanity after Action Jackson and now Never Too Young to Die. There is a third Vanity film.
Yes, actually there's 4.
Oh boy.
There's one that, their last one of Stinker Consequence was done in 91. It's called Neon or something like that.
Huh.
Neon City.
What's the other one?
I can't remember the third, but...
Because it seems to me like it also was kind of Stinker worthy when I looked at her.
Well, I know she's in 52 Pickup, which is not a Stinker.
52 Pickup, yeah.
No, that's a really good movie.
Oh, huh.
With Roy Scheider and Anne Margaret.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the most underrated films ever made.
So we can't do that one.
No, but we should all watch it because it's really
Was she
fucking
technically
good.
a movie star because she's been in 4 movies?
She was in more movies than I have.
Yeah, she's really a very ancillary character in 52 Pickup. She's not in it that much. A small part, but there's another 2 more movies besides the ones that we're doing that she actually has the lead.
It looks like Neon City, and there's another one at the top. I don't know how much involvement she's in it. Kiss
she
of
was
Death
in
97.
booby movies before this, too.
I think I'm going to be good on the Vanity after this. And it's got to be something mega epic to get me to be like, oh, more Vanity, please. I was pretty burned out on Vanity about halfway through of Action Jackson.
Apparently, 2 out of 3 Stinker Madness hosts thinks that she's not very good looking. Whereas I would bang the hell out of her.
She looked like a used up.
It's not really saying a whole lot, dude.
Dude, she looked.
I think she's real hot.
I think she looked like a truck driving tramp. Like somebody that you go to the truck stop.
She was pretty trashy. I like to take my clothes off. So does she sing in this movie? Because you've seen it.
I don't believe she does.
That's too bad.
Gene Simmons does, though.
Yes, right. Oh, yeah, we've got...
there's
cast of thousands
I've got a whole checklist of people that we have to watch out for in this movie.
We'll get into that. We'll dive right into the usual streaming do's and don'ts. May I borrow your pen here? We'll start out with the Amazon, which is very tied into the title of the film, Amazon, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. I watched this by myself. Sam has seen it. Jackie has not.
I saw part of it when you were watching it.
Yeah. I didn't like it. I'm going to go ahead and say don't. I thought it was basically Planet of the Apes for 3/4 of it, and then the twist was kind of meh. And I am curious to see how they pick up the next one after, spoiler alert, Charles Heston blows up the whole goddamn place. That'll be interesting, but yeah, I was pretty disappointed. I thought there was going to be some more variance from the first plot,
But the monkeys look pretty good.
They looked okay.
I thought there was a severe lack of budget, and some of them were just wearing masks.
Yeah, some of them were just wearing masks. A lot of the group shots, they were just wearing masks. Dr. Zayas still had his makeup, and
blonde hair.
Cornelius and Syrah were full makeup, and then the general. I can't remember the general's name, but he was in full makeup. But then pretty much everybody else was wearing just rubber Halloween store gorilla masks. Yeah. So it wasn't good.
I having not seen it in over 15 years, I just have a whole thing that like. Really, everything except for the original Planet of the Apes is a don't for me, and I've seen a lot of it, and I just trust me on it. Watch the first one and call it good, because he's already going down the road that he has to find out.
Yeah, I got to do the gambit.
Disappointment after disappointment.
I got to run the gambit. One. It's my new Star Trek.
Because you couldn't make it through TNG.
I can't make it very far into TNG, so I'm switching over to Planet of the Apes for a little while. Secondly, Jackie and I threw down on Deathstalker on Netflix. Now, you have seen
Deathstalker twice.
Deathstalker twice. I have now seen it twice. Jackie's on her first time. I loved it.
It's a major do. It's one of the sword and sandal movies to see.
There was mud wrestling. Female
there's mud wrestling in
this
with
movie.
A pig guy.
Yeah,
pig-faced guy.
With a pig-faced rapist guy.
Yeah. A lot of rapins in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, Deathstalker, the very first thing you see about Deathstalker is he's fighting off rapers, but then he's like, let's do it. I'm gonna get some of this thing. So he becomes the enemy. Like, and it's okay because he's kind of charming. I mean, you're supposed to... it's okay because
he's trying to charm her.
Saying
she's
witty
going
lines.
into it, she's melting into his arms.
He's got a sweet age drape as well. I liked it a whole lot better than Barbarian Queen, even though it's about the same amount of booby level, which is why I don't like Barbarian Queen, is because Deathstalker's so fucking awesome compared to Barbarian Queen, yet they're both chock full of boobs. One has a decent story, the other does not.
And as a weird side note, in the whole Deathstalker series, really Deathstalker 4 is actually like Deathstalker 2, because Deathstalker 4 is the same cast basically, and it actually is sort of a sequel to the original Deathstalker, whereas Deathstalker 2 is completely unrelated to the franchise whatsoever, and I don't even remember what happens in Deathstalker 3.
Is there only the 4 of them?
I believe so.
But it'd be nice to get their hands on all 4 of them. That'd be fun.
I believe Roman has all 4.
Ooh.
Now, the thing is, you really need to see Deathstalker 2, because it's amazing.
Yeah, it's heavily on my to-do list. Might be an episode.
And also, one of the female lead in Deathstalker 2 is Monique Gabriel, who is the chief smuggler. She makes Han Solo look like an amateur.
Oh, really? I thought you meant can smuggler.
She smuggles the cans. She smuggles the cans. Like, you were watching it and you're like, why is this chick in the movie? And then all of a sudden the top comes off and you're like, where were you hiding those things? They're huge.
Sweater puppies.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
No, they were like Saint Bernards.
I like in Deathstalker 1 though. The same, I can't remember her name, but it's the same. She's Barbarian Queen. She is actually the same actress as Barbarian Queen. The first time you see her, she's like fighting, Deathstalker, and she's awesome, but she's masked, and so you're going to infer that she's a dude, and then all of a sudden her tunic opens up, and there's boobs, and then she just like walks around the rest of the movie with her boobs out. Like, she doesn't have a shirt. She never has a shirt. She has a tunic and then like some boob harness thing that isn't covering her boobs. And it's cool. Like, hey, your boobs are out, lady. And she's like, that's how I fight. I fight better with my boobs out. Left Behind on Netflix.
Oh,
Left Behind the movie with one Kirk Cameron and The Rapture.
Brad Johnson, not the quarterback?
Not Brad Johnson of the Minnesota Vikings.
I'm not sure what to say about this one, because I know that there are more of these Left Behind films, and I kind of want to see them.
I need to find out what happens, even though I have a very sinking suspicion that nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, that's how I thought about it, and I was like, this is shit.
Nothing happened in the first one.
It was bad.
It was really
but it caught me up enough, though, to want to watch the next one.
I would compare watching Left Behind to eating oatmeal while it is still dry. Like unmade oatmeal, just oats. You're just eating oats. That's about how good that was.
Yeah. It
takes a while.
It did lead to a nice comment, though, about the rapture, unrelated to the movie. But during the rapture, you're sucked into heaven. What happens to the guys who are pooping? I think that's a great question.
Is the poop left behind?
Is poop part of you when it's still
halfway
attached
in,
to your body?
halfway out? What's going on
Does it
there?
become not part of you when it is detached, or how does that all work? Is it because if it's inside your tummy,
let's say
you get raptured and you're not pooping at all, I'm assuming that poop is part of you.
Yeah,
and it goes with you. But if you're on the can...
Well, it certainly wasn't left behind.
You got a prairie dog out. Yeah.
Or if you're, like, that's the real tricky one, is if you've got, like, half a monkey tail going.
Right.
And half of it's still in your butt, and half of it's in the toilet. And it's just dangling there. Does the half get left, and the stuff that's still in your butt go with you?
Is there a chopping part for the poop?
Like, that's gonna be really... Like, whoever's in charge of the rapture, that might be like the Y2K bug. Like, this is fucking up the rapture.
We didn't have a plan.
We did not have a plan for this.
Oh no! Yeah, real interesting philosophical question that you get there.
Yeah, because they don't take any of their clothes or anything, so
their clothes get left behind.
You'd be in the sitting position. You'd probably be pushing pretty hard, and you have this look on your face of just like,
not right now, no.
And then all of a sudden you're floating in the air, and
Give
you're
me
like,
5 minutes. Or
come
20,
back around.
20. Give me 20. I had Taco Bell. Which, if you eat Taco Bell, you probably would get left behind. Because a lot of people in the movie, like, why did they get left behind? Why is this person left behind? They seem like good people. Why did Kirk Cameron get left behind? He seems like a very...
He looked like he's
nice character.
The world's only good, honest
He's
reporter.
there for everybody. Everybody's his friend. And he takes care of people, and he's trying to figure this out. When he figures it out, he's like, oh yeah, I can get behind this. So obviously he's a religious guy. He's got faith.
Well, he doesn't have faith until... I think that's why he got left behind, yeah. He doesn't have faith until he sits on the icky floor of the bathroom and
he cries.
And the UN cries.
Huh. I didn't like it. I say don't. I'd say it's...
I would stay completely away from him. But now that that's away. Why you have to stay completely away from him, is because now that we've watched the first one, I have to find out what happens, even though I'm pretty sure nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Kirk Cameron's going to get the second rapture, and he's going to get sucked up.
And then that'll be the end of the movie.
I hope he's pooping during that time. Machete kills.
And Machete.
And Machete.
Well, we can't say Machete because Machete was on DVD. This is only streaming do's and don'ts. Machete Kills. Which I think you can watch Machete Kills without seeing the first one. I wouldn't recommend it
because the first one is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think
the first one blew my damn mind, but the second one is equal. I mean, the second one is still great fun.
Amazing fun.
It's a major do.
Major do. I didn't like it as much as the first one. I am definitely
the first one
in that
was
with
just amazing. It was a hard act to follow.
It was really hard. I actually think that Machete is a good movie from a filmmaking standpoint. I thought it was brilliant. Machete Kills had a couple jokes that fell flat, and I thought that there were some missed opportunities with it here and there with some of the setups that they didn't run with.
Mm-hmm. We never got the fart payoff.
But it still was the whole space thing was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was, by the time I finished watching that,
Mel Gibson was awesome.
I was more excited for the third movie than for the movie I was watching. I was like, what? A space movie?
There not being a third movie that in development right now, that it's just like trying to find money, just breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that Machete Kills lost money.
Rodriguez said after the first one made so much money that they had secured financing for both.
I hope so, because it's looking like it's in development hell. There's no official release, or it's not being shot. He's in the middle
of this. No, it's not being shot because I think they're just now getting done shooting Sin City, A Dame for a Kill or whatever.
Dame to Kill For, which comes out in like August.
I think they're just getting...
It might be just cleaning it up right now. He
edits his own films.
Right.
So he's not going to be working on anything until probably 2 weeks after that movie's at the theater.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's a good point. I'm not a big fan of the Sin Cities.
I don't like Robert Rodriguez's movies other than Desperado, Machete, and Machete Kills.
Have you seen any of the Spy Kids?
I haven't seen any of the Spy Kids.
You should watch some of the Spy Kids.
Maybe I should watch some of the Spy Kids.
It's a pretty big bulk in his filmography.
Well, I know, and they're a big deal.
Yeah.
They make all the cash.
Yeah. Like, your name... I think you have named more movies that you like than you have said you hate.
I loathed the original Sin City.
Yeah, that's one.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico was like chewing on my own vomit.
It's two.
If I could look it up, I could pretty much tell you the other ones. I've seen them and I don't like them. Other than
I know of them.
I know of them. Well, actually, you know what? I liked The Faculty.
The Faculty was okay.
He didn't write that though. That was just a quick job that he did. But yeah, I thought it was okay.
It was okay.
I'm 50-50 with the guy.
It's no machete. Yeah, so Stinker Thinkers, we all do on machete kills.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
So that's 2 for 2 for the week. That's not bad. Or 2 for 4. That's not bad at all. Stinker news. Not a whole lot going on right now. Stallone, though, is trying to... I don't know if he's trying to get back into dramatic roles or if he's just revisiting it for this one time.
Back?
Well, you remember the last time you saw him in a dramatic role.
I've seen him
in a great movie.
Well, Copland.
That's the one.
Well, Frank Heflin, him playing Frank Heflin was amazing.
Right.
That's the only time I've seen it.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. And that's, he's revisiting the idea of a dramatic role in a new movie called Reach Me that's in the works right now. Starring Stallone, obviously, with Tom Berenger, Terry Crews, and Nelly.
Who the hell is Terry Crews? Oh, he's
the black guy.
Yeah, from...
the awesome black guy.
Yeah, that's in the...
That does not sound like a drama to me. That sounds like a badass action film. With some silly business.
I sure like the Tom Berenger.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, Sniper, I am a huge fan of... that is a very... little often spoke of B movie that I think is great is Sniper with him and Billy Zane.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Reach Me. We'll see. Which you know what? Screw you guys. That Escape Plan, that was a drama. That wasn't a bang bang shoot 'em up action. No, it was
silly. It was grab ass.
Yeah, it was grab
I liked it.
I liked it a lot. No, you're right. That was grab ass. The only other news that I kind of want to touch on, it's not really stinker news, but I did think it was interesting for the whole industry, especially with what we're doing. Well, not necessarily directly with what we're doing, but we do an internet thing. That Gamefly is now letting their users get DVDs and Blu-rays at no additional charge.
Huh.
Which I thought was an interesting marketing standpoint because they're a game Netflix. Now they're getting in on the Netflix thing.
What does their library look like?
Not big. Not big. There's probably about 50 titles on there right now. All new releases. All new stuff. But I went ahead and took part. Now here's the interesting thing from my standpoint. Normally I would say that this is a terrible marketing move because it's not their demographic. But because the Netflix success of online streaming and the lack people just saying I only want the streaming, I don't want to do the DVDs by mail anymore, it takes too long and it's too expensive, they lost a lot of sales on that, Netflix, and reduced their warehouses. So when Jackie and I were just on Netflix about 2 months ago, it was a movie a week that we would get because of the shipping time. It would take so stinking long, whereas 2-3 years ago it was one every other day. Now, the Gamefly has a distribution center in Boise, so they can crank them out. So maybe they're doing a little backdoor action and not charging anymore. I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to say about that.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to Stinker Thinkers?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. The score for those playing at home, I believe, is, let's see here, 11-7. We are at 11-7.
And I'm throwing an extra thing this week. These 3 movies are related in some way.
Ooh.
And the first person that can buzz in and tell me how they're related will get an extra point. So there are 4 points.
So we listen to all 3 of them, then say how they're related? Or
if you think you know it, then you can just say, I think that all of these movies will be related by a lion or whatever. But if you're wrong, you lose a point.
If I buzz in right now and say they're related by a lion?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I shouldn't do that?
Yeah, don't do it. All
right.
All right, so this first one.
Hold on. Let me cue this up.
Okay.
Get the volume going.
This first one here.
Mm-hmm.
What if you made different choices? What if you said yes instead of no? What if you got a second chance? A modern-day Frank Capra story, Jack Campbell, a successful and talented businessman, is happily living his single life. He has everything, or so he thinks. One day, he wakes up in a new life where he didn't leave his college girlfriend for a trip to London. He's married to Kate, lives in New Jersey, and has...
Mr. Destiny?
No!
Ooh. Okay, keep going.
Let's see. Where was I at there? Lives in New Jersey and has 2 kids. He, of course, desperately wants his life back, for which he has worked for 13 years. He's president of P.K. Lassiter Investment House and not a tired salesman at Big Ed's. He drives a Ferrari and not a minivan that never starts.
Click.
No.
Ah! Damn it.
What was it?
The Family Man.
I've never seen that.
With Nick Cage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm guessing... Nick Cage movies?
Yes, they're all related by Nick Cage movie.
Woohoo, I got a point.
Inside job. It's an inside job.
Well, I'm assuming Nick Cage movies.
So these are all Nick Cage movies.
Okay.
So the next one, she didn't believe in angels until she fell in love with...
City of Angels.
Yep. God, that was quick.
Yep.
This one you guys should be able to get because, you know, we've all seen it.
Uh-huh.
When terror is at your door, you can run or you can fight.
Trespass.
Yes!
Bam!
Oh yeah, Trespass was terrible.
Trespass was terrible. I scored more points than you this week.
12 it was an inside job.
Yeah, 12 to 9. No, it wasn't. I just had to know. Family Man. Well, I'm guessing they're all Nick Cage movies. Because, duh! They're all going to be Nick Cage movies. There's so many terrible Nick Cage movies.
Yeah, I just went to his IMDb profile.
Well, I think it's an inside job because you're both such Nick Cage fans that it was going to be...
By association.
By association,
right.
You knew that was going to be it.
Oh, that's a bummer for you.
Yeah, it is a bummer for me.
You should get into the cage. So, yeah. Good work, me. We are now moving on to Sam's boring bullshit.
Yay.
Boring bullshit. From Sam.
Never Too Young to Die, 1986.
Mm-hmm.
Directed by Gil Bettman.
Oh, from such films as Never Too Young to Die?
Never Too Young to Die.
Mm-hmm.
And Crystal Heart, which is one of the very few...
Is that the horse movie?
Tawny Katan movies.
Is that the horse movie?
I think so. No, that's Wild Hearts Can't Be Tamed.
Yeah, you're right. What's Crystal Heart, I wonder?
It's just a Tawny Katan's boobs.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll sing you the song. On a pony she named Wildfire, busted down his stall.
Is that from
Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken?
No!
You're just singing a song about a horse?
She ran calling Wildfire.
I know the song, but is it from a movie, or do you just like the song?
I just love that song.
Oh, okay.
And when he was like, it has a horse in it, I'm like...
Who sings it?
I don't know.
In a blizzard, she was lost. Okay, I'll stop.
It's not Kenny Rogers in the first edition.
No, it's not.
Well, and Night Vision, which doesn't look very good.
Night Vision.
But
Is this whole movie in Night Vision?
No, the movie's not in Night Vision. There is a movie called Night Vision that
directed. I thought you were talking about this movie was in Night Vision.
No, it's not in Night Vision.
It's
the other
Creed movie.
Gil Bettman movie of note, anyway, was Night Vision, which is one of the Robert Forster, Fred Williamson team-ups.
Okay, alright.
So that's worth watching probably just because I like watching those guys on TV.
Right, you're a big Williamson fan.
I'm a big Robert Forster fan too.
Gotcha.
Let's not underestimate that. Steve Paul is the real drive behind the making of this film. He is most notable for being the manager of John Voight for a while and Gene Wilder.
Okay, alright.
But he's
manager. What does a manager do?
Like, sets up your appointments.
Isn't that what a talent agent does?
Not really.
What about a secretary?
Like managers will set up like your promotion. Shit. Yeah, a manager and a secretary can be a lot the same. I don't know. Like if you ever watch Entourage.
No. But I'm familiar with
Jeremy Piven's the agent, and the other smarmy dude is the manager. He has a manager and an agent.
Getting a manager sounds kind of sweet.
Yeah.
I wonder if managers would do laundry.
I think it depends on the manager, and I mean, if you put it in the job description,
get some sandwiches.
I mean, if you put it in the job description, you're hiring a personal assistant. At that point, the sky's the limit for what they're going to do. I mean, as we recall, Steven Seagal had 2 personal assistants.
That's right.
That gave blowjobs.
Secretaries.
As part of their
secretaries.
that was part of the job description. Servicing servicing the Seagal.
The Seagal penis.
This is John Stamos' first feature film, as you could imagine.
Sure, I imagine. Yeah. Was this 1986? So this is during Brill House.
1 year before.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
This is how he gets the job.
Wow. Okay.
Probably. Well, no, it's not how he gets the job.
For his chops.
You know where he came from.
He's an Amos.
He's General Hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, he's on General Hospital for like 3 years.
Tori Stamos.
Tori Amos?
Tori Amos.
What are you talking about? Either way, he's in General Hospital.
That black guy that was in
John Amos?
Yeah, John Amos. They related?
There's a lot of Amos people.
Yeah, no, they're not related. Anyway, he was in General Hospital.
Okay,
so that's why he gets the Full House gig, probably.
Okay,
in spite of this movie.
In spite of the quality of his acting in Full House.
He doesn't do a lot of movies. Weird.
Sure. A lot of commercials.
Yeah. I think he's actually getting into doing movies now. Vanity, we will again do a boob countdown. There is boobs in there.
I give it 2 minutes.
I think it takes longer on this one. She's like set it up as an actual good person, I think.
Oh.
So the first time we see him, I bet 10-1 it's going to be some kind of shower scene. Because if she's supposed to be a good person, she's not just going to...
With his looks, I'm thinking love scene.
Maybe.
Romantic love scene.
You got a thing for Stamos there?
He's better looking than Vanity.
That's true.
Proceed.
Gene Simmons, this is his third feature film.
Okay. I bet he sticks his tongue out.
As the lead bad guy.
Sure, okay.
The first being Runaway, of course.
Right, Runaway.
Yeah, he's a bad guy in Runaway. That movie's awful.
Tom Selleck.
How'd you get roped into that, Tom?
Runaway,
of course, being written and directed by Michael Crichton. Yeah, so this is the first and probably the only time he plays a tranny, and I don't even know if he's a tranny or a full-on hermaphrodite.
Yeah,
in this movie.
Yeah,
it's sort of weird.
Yeah.
Now we have to keep our eyes peeled for Robert Englund, George Lazenby,
Jesus,
and Brainscombe Richmond.
Don't know who that is.
Brainscombe Richmond's the Indian dude that was in Action Jackson.
Oh, sure. And
Renegade.
Predator.
No.
I thought he was the Indian guy in Predator.
No, that guy that actually was dressed like an Indian. He had like the feathers and earrings in the bar scene with the pool table.
Okay.
Where they're going to chop his nuts off and put him in a jar.
Right.
Yeah,
gotcha.
That guy is Brainscombe Richmond, and he was in Renegade as well with Lamas. But yes, so we got 2 people from Action Jackson in this movie at least.
Bam.
Now here's the only fun fact. The costume Gene Simmons wears is the same costume that Linda Carter wore for her singing television special called Encore, and she wore the costume to sing I Was Made for Loving You, so she dressed up like Gene Simmons, and now Gene Simmons is dressed up like Linda Carter dressed like Gene Simmons.
That is amazing. That is a fun fact. That's a fun time.
Fun time. It's fun to say.
Getting fun with this shit.
That's all I got.
That's cool. Well, I will say that this movie is currently viewable on YouTube. You do not have to pay for it. It is on YouTube. You can watch it on your TV via any general device. That's, I think, what we're probably going to end up doing, even though you've got a buddy that has Tucker from the If We Made It podcast has a copy of it, but we may not get to see him in time.
Well, if we test it in the morning and it's so shitty that we can't watch it, I'll drive up to his house.
All right. So we'll check that out. Interesting side note: we do have a lot of YouTube episodes coming up, so you'll be able to follow along with us for free. For our improv, we totally blew it and didn't talk about this before we got in this room at all.
I thought we were skipping it because...
I'll just set it up. Because you guys have no idea.
Go ahead, set this up.
Happens in the movie, and I'm going to be super hypothetical again.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil anything, but this is something that wouldn't happen as to events that happen in the film. But once again, we'll do the happily ever after. Jackie will once again be reprising her role as Vanity. Justin will be playing John Stamos, and I will be playing George Lazenby. And you will be bringing your hooker terrorist girlfriend to dinner for the first time. And I, George Lazenby, am your father.
Yes. True. Yeah, George Lazenby is the father. So
this is George Lazenby's dinner table.
Vanity.
Yes.
Do I introduce her as Vanity, or does she actually have a name?
She has a name. I don't remember what it is. Yours is Lance Lattimore or something like that. Drew Lattimore.
Dialed up on here. Give me just a second.
Either way,
Lance Stargrove.
Drew
Danja Deering.
Danja? That sounds like
Deering, yeah.
A really bad case of the mud butt.
Yeah. Oh, I got the Danja. Oh. It's like Yo Gabba Goya. Okay. Hey, Dad. I got my hair done. Looking good, aren't I?
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is my girlfriend. She's not a spy, I promise. Name Daja. Duja. Deja.
Is it Danja? I spent a lot of time in northern India as a spy.
I think it's Danja. I think it's Danja. What's your name? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're here for your boobs.
Hey.
Oh, by the way,
I didn't know your mother's name until I was married to her for 14 years.
Really? I didn't know my mother's name ever. Is she Tori Amos by chance?
She is not.
No.
Huh. Do you have any nose candy?
That's good, because I slept with Tori Amos.
I don't have candy of any kind. Unless it's the kind of candy that kills.
Yeah.
Death candy.
I'm just gonna stand over here in the corner.
I do have some of that.
Wait, let me take off my shirt. Here we
go.
No.
Don't take off your shirt again. Don't take off your shirt again.
But it's time to sing my number.
No, that was. This is not a bar where you sing. This is not actually a bar. This is dinner at my dad's house. There's not even anybody here.
Oh, you have such nice drapes.
Thank you. They're imported from Singapore.
Yeah?
I killed 20 men to get them.
Oh.
Cut it out. Wait, that's...
Dave Coulier is locked in the basement.
That's John Amos, right?
Dave Coulier. Locked in the basement.
Not sure who I am.
Don't mind that Bob Saget, though.
Identity
He's okay.
Crisis. Identity. Who am I? How did I get here? Why am I so handsome? Anyways, sorry. So, Dad...
It's a real nice place you got here.
Thank you.
Say hi to Danja.
Hello, Danja.
Danja, say hi to my dad.
I believe I killed your father by running him over with a snowmobile.
Ah.
You've got to admit, he's got a lot of guts.
Now show him them titties. Show him them titties. And then get to the chopper.